You wanted to see me?
Yes. I want to recount my confession.
Finally. He makes sense.
So what happens now?
Well, the DA is here on another matter. Maybe I can set up a meeting.
Will they get me out?
Depends on what you have to say.
Good morning there, sweetness. Yeah, it's morning, sleepyhead. Pretty soon you're gonna be waking up at dawn and jumping on the bed.
Hey,
Hi.
how's he doing?
He's great. He's great. Look, his color is so much better. Yeah, he slept through the night.
That's great. How about you? Did you get any sleep?
Not very much, but it's okay. I don't care. As long as I can be with my boy, I don't care how much sleep I get. Thank God Jackson arranged the bail.
Ian needs his mommy.
And he needs his daddy. Zach should be released soon. Maybe even today.
Hey. Are you 100% positive that Zach didn't kill Stuart?
You didn't kill Stuart Chandler, and you want to recant your confession.
That's right.
He confessed to protect his ex-wife.
I want to do whatever I can to get out of here and see my son in the hospital.
We'll have to go over the events of the night again. Now, this time, what really happened? Did you go to the Chandler house to kill Adam?
He went to stop Kendall
I went to kill Adam.
because he thought his son was dead.
Now, your threats to Mr. Chandler were very public, very specific. Why didn't you follow through?
I saw my wife
Where was she?
on the terrace.
Did she have a gun?
Yes, but she didn't fire it.
How do you know that?
Because my ex-wife is not capable of killing anybody.
It's an opinion. I need facts.
The fact, Mr. North, is that even though she thought that Ian was dead, she still had Spike, and she wouldn't leave him without a mother.
This is your opportunity to recant your testimony, not to protect your ex-wife. That's what got you in here in the first place. So, you saw Mrs. Slater on the terrace with a gun.
Which she didn't fire.
Now, you didn't kill Mr. Chandler. You'll have us believe your ex-wife didn't kill Mr. Chandler. Then who the hell did?
I am 100% sure that Zach did not kill Stuart. Are you disappointed?
No. I just want whoever is the real killer to be caught. That's all. And I'm feeling like it's my fault that you're going on trial.
No, it's not, Ryan. It's not your fault. Please, blame Liza. You were just trying to protect me.
Well, you ended up in handcuffs. I think we should have coordinated our stories beforehand.
No, listen, Ryan, it's not your fault that I didn't have an alibi. It'll be okay. The police will figure out who killed Stuart. It's not as if there aren't any other suspects. If we're lucky, they'll discover that Liza was guilty and she'll spend the rest of her days buried behind bars. That woman has no morals and no ethics
Wait
whatsoever.
a minute. Are you saying that she lied about seeing you?
No, I'm saying that the woman can't be trusted. She's saying how she's all about coming back to town to bond with her daughter, spend quality time with her daughter. Well, she's been spending quality time on her back with Zach.
And why do you care about that?
I don't know who killed Stuart. I just know that Kendall didn't.
Except for that gun in her hand and all kinds of motive.
Oh, trust me, there's plenty of motive to go around.
You lied to protect her. So did Ryan Lavery. That's a lot of covering up for a woman you both claim is innocent.
As I said before, Mr. North, my ex-wife doesn't have it in her to kill anybody.
And yet, immediately after Stuart Chandler was shot in cold blood, you confessed for one reason only. You believed that your ex-wife was not only capable of murder, but guilty of it.
Why is Zach having a fling with Liza so hard for you to handle?
Ryan, I can handle it. We're divorced. We're living our own lives.
You just wish Zach wasn't living his with Liza.
I don't care who Zach moves on with. It doesn't matter. And I'm hardly jealous of Liza Colby. Please. Okay, you want to know what it is? It's the whole pregnancy thing.
What are you talking about?
Well, I mean, what if... You know, I mean, Zach and Liza, they were sleeping together, so.
Isn't Liza like 7 months pregnant?
Yes, she is. But you know what? Zach has a history of fathering children without telling me.
7 months, Kendall. That would have meant that they were together.
Yeah, when I was in a coma.
Well, that's crazy. You know that's crazy.
Oh, is
right?
it?
Yes.
Is it? No. Listen, I'm all for Zach moving on with whoever he wants. But the idea of him impregnating Liza when I had a tube stuck down my throat, it makes me want to throw something and kill people and beat people up.
Well, before you start hurting people and destroying rooms and things like that, why don't you just ask him if the baby is his?
No, Ryan, Zach was ready to throw away his whole life to protect me. It seemed a little tacky to ask him if he was the daddy of Liza's baby.
Don't tell me there's more bad news.
That depends on who you ask.
Zach's been sleeping with Liza Colby.
I'm cooperating. Why can't I be released?
Well, the first time you cooperated, you gave a false confession to protect the ex-wife who is now being held for Stewart's murder. And I'm sure you can see how the DA might, I don't know, be a little leery of your new cooperation.
I told him the truth.
Which didn't help Kendall's case. This guy North is ambitious. He's gonna run with this until she's put away for life.
I did what I did so I could get out of here and find the real killer before Kendall's trial starts.
I don't need any more trouble from you, Slater.
No trouble. The headlines say they got their perp. So as far as the police is concerned, this case is closed.
This case is closed after I've run down every possible lead and spoke to everybody that was on that property that night. Thank you. Well, you're a lucky man. You are free to go.
Zach and Liza? Mm-hmm. Now this makes perfect sense. Obviously, that's why Liza had you arrested.
I think that's a little bit of a stretch.
Hardly. Liza lied to the police to get Kendall out of the way so that she could have Zach all to herself.
Well, I'm not stopping her.
But obviously there is a connection between you and Zach, and she sees that.
I got a meeting. I'm gonna get going. I'll call you later, okay?
Ryan, we're okay, aren't we?
Yeah, we're good. We're good. I'm glad he's feeling better.
Look, it can't possibly be a coincidence that Liza Colby just happened to pop back into town just exactly when someone tries to kill Adam.
Mom, I just don't see Liza as a killer.
Are you kidding? Of course she's the killer. Look, she lost her daughter Colby to Adam, which means that Adam won, and Liza hates it when Adam wins. All that has to be done is that a gun has to be put in Liza Colby's hand.
Okay, well, how do we do that?
Well, you are not going to do anything, honey. You have got your hands full here. You got plenty to do right here. But I am going to do what the police obviously can't do. I'm going to find the evidence that really nails Liza as the killer.
Oh, you're out.
Your eyewitness account got Kendall arrested.
Listen, I recanted my statement. I didn't think that they would arrest
Don't worry.
her.
I'm not going to expose your belly to the world.
Thank you. Listen, if there's anything that I can do
You've
for
done
you.
enough, I think.
Zach.
I'm here, son. I'm never going to leave you. You look good. You've grown. I'm going to let you sleep. I'll read to you later.
I'm glad you're out.
I'm going to find whoever killed Stewart. I won't let you go to prison.
I was so close to pulling that trigger.
But you didn't.
If I do go to prison,
You won't. Ian needs his mom.
The district attorney is convinced that I killed Stuart.
I'm gonna unconvince him.
Well, what if you can't, Zach? What if they never find out who really killed Stuart? You're gonna have to testify against me. You are. The pact that we made to kill Adam and you seeing me with the gun pointed at him?
There's a way around that. To protect you. Spouses can't testify against each other.
What are you talking about?
Marry Zach.
Are you serious?
Why would you do that?
Okay, wait a minute. You're just saying this so that Zach can't testify against me. That's all, right?
Exactly. Yeah, why else would I be suggesting it?
Well, Ryan, you can incriminate me too.
It's a good point. Marry him. It's a better idea.
We really shouldn't wait on this.
Okay, great. Why don't we flip a coin? I'll call a minister and we'll get right to it. Are you serious? You both actually think this is a good idea? I have to pick one of you to be my husband right now?
This is the best possible way to protect you, okay? Do the cops know that you saw her that night with a gun?
Zach had to tell them some things to get out. I'm okay with what he said. Now he's free to be with Ian. But no one ever said anything about getting married.
Excuse me. I told Jesse and the DA that Kendall didn't shoot anybody.
But I'm sure they didn't believe you.
No, they didn't. But now I'm free and I can find out who really shot Stuart.
And I got guys on that too, but we have to move very quickly here, people. The DA's pushing for a quick trial.
So now we need a quick wedding, so one of us has spousal privileges. Okay. Who's it gonna be?
It has to be Zach. All right? It has to be Zach. With us, they just... the cops just found a discrepancy in our story. That's all. It happens all the time. We can chalk it up to nerves or whatever. But it's going to be much, much more difficult to explain away what Zach said and what he saw. Kendall, you could end up in prison for the rest of your life.
Away from my boys? Okay. I'll marry you. Are you sure you're okay with this?
Well, I'm not signing up to be the best man, but I understand that it's the best way to protect you.
You know, we're doing this for Spike and Ian. So that their parents are free and this whole nightmare is over.
Hey, Ryan. Quick question. You don't think I shot Stuart, do you?
No, Ryan knows you're innocent. Tell him.
If you shot an innocent man and killed him, especially a man as innocent as Stuart, there's no way that you would get yourself out of prison. You would be so buried in guilt, you'd probably have the cops throw away the key. So, when is this wedding happening?
Sooner the better, apparently.
Well,
Get right on it.
forgive me for not sticking around and watching.
Wait.